When did trouble start? How old were you when trouble started?
I would say kindergarten was a problem. Kindergarten was a problem for me. I remember trying to make a clay rabbit and had all day. You know, usually you should be able to make one before lunch.
Jonathan Winters had a wild talent for making huge celebrities look completely ordinary in seconds. No matter how famous someone was, once Winters started talking, the whole room shifted, and suddenly everybody looked nervous, confused, or flat out stunned.
We're a tough family,
You gotta call it as you see it.
You got it. Because she'd survive, I know her. Blow her into a tree, come right out with some squirrel, you know.
These were the moments celebrities simply could not keep up with Jonathan Winters. One Tonight Show appearance had Johnny Carson completely losing control after Winters turned a story about his drinking parents into something that sounded like a dark, chaotic comedy sketch.
No, when I came home, this is a moment of grief, but for a lot of people, but I came home from the war, and I was just, again, talking about Thanksgiving, you know, like yourself, you know, strafing people there in Philadelphia. But I came home, and I went down the Stone Road, and my mother was there, and I said, you had to cue her a lot, and she was in show business. She was in radio and an actress, but I'd say, Mother, it's me, you know, and her eyes were not Vaseline at that time. And I said, Johnny, your son. I see you. I see you. So it was a very demonstrative family, and ran to it. A lot of the minorities would run and grab each other, but
Nobody saw coming.
boy, when you're full Caucasian, a lot of times it's back off, you know. So, and eventually she grabbed me, the bottle dropped, you know. Oh, nice, sweetheart, it is you. And so I went to my room, which got this area in here, bed, wash bowl, and a commode, and a place to hang the funny shirts. So I said, Mother, you know, it's great to be home, number one. And I said, where are my toys? There's a long pause. She said, you're 20 years old, dummy. And very sensitive at that time, too. I mean, if you said that had been said to me in the service, and of course, grenade. So
Robin Williams was already bouncing off the walls with energy during this moment, but Jonathan pushed things even further. His non-stop jokes and unpredictable comments.
Ooh, face back like this. Coming in, final approach.
How long did you guys work together on the TV show?
We worked 1 year, and then they bagged us.
Yeah.
And there's a man named Nielsen went, both of them. Get rid of him.
Well, you had, in all deference to you and Pam, they had 4 years.
Yeah.
And
was it fun being
yeah, we used to drive them out. They'd lose all the film, and then we kept going.
Yeah.
We had a good time. Remember, Dad?
You know, just the fact that you'd come over here with...
Dad, did you sign those papers? Did you sign the papers? We need the house, Daddy.
Had Letterman struggling to hold it together while the audience watched the madness unfold. When Winters showed up to roast Frank Sinatra, it did not sound like he was reading scripted roast lines at all. He delivered every jab with smooth confidence, making it feel personal, natural.
Go around the bone in your body, right from here to whatever that bone, I have none of that.
And way more brutal than expected. Johnny Carson was usually the one running the show and controlling every conversation. But Jonathan flipped the entire vibe upside down.
And we were both, you were seeing one doctor and I was seeing another.
That's right, yes.
And I guess it was the weight thing, wasn't it?
That's it.
To get rid of the...
Get the overweight we don't need.
Yeah. So I've lost 20. I've really been working at it. I think the Colonel can be real proud of me because I lived there at Colonel Sanders' place. They really put me on an awful lot of chicken. And I've begun to walk a little funny.
Carson had no choice but to sit there and take
and do a lot of...
But you needed the eggs anyway, I suppose.
Not eating any meat.
No meat.
Drinking...
No meat.
You know, the toughest thing to do is 8 glasses of water a day.
Oh, you're not
Wow.
doing that, are you?
Tough.
Really keeps you on the go. And, you're moving all the time. You don't have too much time for any conversation.
the hits while the crowd exploded. Lamar Jean had Dean Martin cracking up because the routine was not built around one punchline.
That's Dean Martin, boy. I've never been able to sit beside a movie star. This is the one time I didn't bring my Instamatic. Oh, sit down. I guess I'm supposed to anyway. Got no straps. Boy, one of them rinky-dink airlines. Well, Mr. Martin, this is the greatest thrill I've ever had in my life. I've only flown about 4 times. One time I was overseas when I was in the service. They flew us one of them old DC-6s. Jumbled us around. We was all sick and everything, but... I wish I had something intelligent to say.
I wish you did too.
It was the strange confidence, awkward delivery, and non-stop commitment that made the whole thing unforgettable. Carol Burnett tried giving Winters a simple setup, but he instantly turned harmless audience questions into hilarious little traps.
Questions for Jonathan?
Yeah. Yeah, constantly. I lost a lot in my ears. Yeah, it's a thing, you know, people say, what do you do to lose weight? Well, you just don't eat. Period. I eat a lot of beautiful colored ads in some of the magazines. Yeah. The door.
And once Jonathan stepped onto Carol Burnett's stage beside Barbara Eden, the classy TV atmosphere completely changed into pure, unpredictable chaos.
You like it?
You got a zipper on there that you...
I don't need one.
Oh, you just sprayed on
No,
it.
it comes right up. I wanted to ask you about Johnny's going to be a neighbor of ours in December. He's going to be doing a show, a weekly television show of his very own. Tell us what it's going to be like, Johnny.
I don't have any idea what it's going to be like. No, that's not really true. We're still, kind of putting things together. We're going to have a girl on, a very attractive, pretty girl that you're going to have on your show tonight, Barbara Eden.
Barbara's going to be on
Barbara's going to be on the first show as a guest. And then we're going to have the Doors and the Chisels, the Hammers.
Dionne Warwick could barely keep it together around Jonathan Winters. This Carol Burnett Show episode became a huge fan favorite.
It's a little story of a surfcaster. And this guy's a big guy, and he's got expensive equipment, And he says, "Watch this, clown. I'm going to cast out there. How about that among the fleet, right? Look at that reel. That's a $750 reel.
Yeah, that's something. I wish I had something.
That little gimpy gear you've got, Boy, if I ever get a bite on this, That's a $275 rod, too, Feel it.
Okay.
If I ever get a bite on this, buddy. Oh.
Because Winters was dropped into a clean, polished variety show setting right beside Dionne Warwick's smooth elegance and musical class. That contrast made everything way funnier because Warwick carried calm, professional energy, while Winters acted like complete chaos, was seconds away from breaking loose. Then came the locker room sketch that almost pushed Tim Conway over the edge, laughing.
I want to tell you something, Claymore. You are the dumbest quarterback we have ever had here at Filton High. You understand that?
I've been playing for Filton. I got one of the best arms. I'm one of the oldest guys. I know that. I know that in football.
You know where you threw the last ball?
I threw it out there.
Yeah. You know where it went? Went in the tunnel.
That's a crowd pleaser.
A football locker room already sounds like the perfect setup for comedy, but once Jonathan Winters stepped in, the whole scene started spinning into bizarre territory. Winters played intensity like a machine glitching out in real time, turning a normal sports parody into something weird, unpredictable, and impossible to control. Tim Conway's reactions made the sketch even stronger because he knew exactly how to play along without stopping the madness too early. He would sit back, let Winters build the insanity piece by piece, then answer with the perfect expression or line that made everything hit even harder. That chemistry had the audience completely locked in. Steve Allen also knew Jonathan Winters was at his best when nobody boxed him in. Allen gave him space to improvise, and Winters instantly exploded with different voices, strange body language, and rapid-fire character switches that came out of nowhere.
I'm Leslie Beldenhofer.
So nice to meet you, Mr. Beldenhofer. Would you do
Merry Christmas after the merry.
Listen.
Happy New Year.
Sir, would you position your body between that black mark and that black mark? And your belly button right up against that black mark.
I see.
Because we are taping these interviews.
Oh?
Same reason they do at a bank, sir. You
Are
never
we
know.
seen on TV?
Yes.
My sister watches daytime television and nighttime, too.
Good.
Nothing in the middle, just...
It felt like watching somebody tear apart the structure of the show while everybody else just tried to survive the moment. The prison routine had Steve Allen completely losing it. What started as a simple comedy setup quickly turned into something way stranger once Jonathan Winters grabbed control of the scene.
Thank you very much, Mr. Allen. Steve. I guess as a kid or a child, both about the same, I guess, I think. I went to a lot of movies, and I used to go in early in the morning, you know, about 11 o'clock, and get out about 11 at night. And I used to like to go to Westerns, but I suppose the best movies I enjoyed were the horror pictures, you know. And, of course, with the guy teasing the villagers, you know, teasing the guy, Dr. Frankenstein. There he is, get him, you know. They're kind of funny.
Allen introduced it like a normal prison comedy bit, but Winters twisted the serious setting into pure absurd chaos, using his wild facial expressions, random character switches, and unpredictable energy that made every second feel unstable. Jack Paar also struggled trying to keep up with Winters once the conversation started rolling. This episode of the Jack Paar program stood out because Jonathan was not just entertaining a loud comedy audience.
I'm sure, one of the big pictures today is Mutiny on the Bounty. And you see it in all the magazines, hear about it on radio, television. It's everywhere. Kids carry little boats with them. You see them standing like this on the street. Sink it! You know, I saw it, of course, with Clark Gable and the other fellow, Charles Lawton. The other fellow, imagine throwing something out like that, the other fellow.
He was performing in front of serious old Hollywood energy. With Bette Davis sitting there adding elegance and dramatic weight to the room, the contrast made Winters look even more unpredictable. That strange balance is exactly where Winters thrived.
For fully 3 minutes, I was saying yes, sir, and I said a lot of personal things that I thought were apt to say at the time. And he sucks me in and goes on, and he solves the whole Cuban crisis on the phone to me. And then I realized, what would the president of the United States be telling me about Cuba for? I mean, I know they need my help, but not in every little detail, see? There's no. He just sounds just like the president. Not exactly like him.
He had a way of breaking apart stiff, formal television moments without crossing the line into disrespect. Paar understood that once Jonathan started wandering into bizarre stories, odd voices, and strange reactions, that was where the real comedy happened. The scripted structure basically disappeared while Winters kept pushing the room into unexpected territory. The Mike Douglas Show created another hilarious setup before anyone even opened their mouth.
Of the brain is being used?
I don't really know why that particular number is chosen. It's 8% with somebody, 15% with somebody else.
Yeah.
But the main idea is that we're using only...
But nobody has 100% going for him. How about Einstein? What do you think? How much of Einstein's brain potential was he
I don't know,
using?
maybe 90, 95.
Yeah, I think so. He was
Pretty
good.
100%, you could put 95 people out of work, you know.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, what are we going to do, Doctor?
Well, what are we going to do? Let's take off our shoes and then...
It's time to play. Okay.
You had Ethel Merman bringing massive stage presence, Roberta Flack bringing smooth and calm musical energy, and then Jonathan Winters showing up with a brain moving in 10 directions at once. Mike Douglas kept trying to hold the show together, while Winters kept throwing in bizarre comments, strange behavior, and unpredictable turns that nobody could prepare for. Mike Douglas had the impossible job of trying to manage all those personalities at once, which made Jonathan Winters even more dangerous in the room. The funniest part of a mixed celebrity panel like this always comes from the reactions, because every guest walks in with completely different energy and different rules for how they act on television. Winters knew exactly how to use that chaos to his advantage. Jonathan could turn one tiny side comment into a full character performance out of nowhere. That gave the other guests something unexpected to react to, while the whole conversation slowly drifted into strange territory. His comedy was never just about being loud or random. It was the way he kept pushing bizarre logic so confidently that eventually everybody else had no choice but to play along. Then came Hollywood Squares, where Winters completely took over the game. The show was already built around quick celebrity jokes and clever answers, but Jonathan made the entire format feel unstable in the best way possible. With Burt Reynolds, Ed McMahon, Earl Holliman, and Paul Lynde all sitting on the panel, every single question felt like it could explode before the contestant even answered.
Oh, what do you want me to do about it?
Well, is that true or false?
Are you asking for a true or false?
Well, or a yes or no?
Or a yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, I've always been against the sheep ranchers. I'm a cattleman myself.
Oh, I see.
But we used to bug them a lot, right alongside. Little cowboy humor.
Winters' secret weapon was making fake answers sound totally believable at first. He would talk with complete confidence, pulling everybody in, then suddenly twist the answer into pure nonsense from a bizarre angle. Burt Reynolds' calm and relaxed style made the contrast even funnier, because Winters looked dead serious right up until the moment the joke completely blindsided the room. Paul Lynde's sharp and sarcastic style gave the panel a completely different comedy rhythm, which made Jonathan Winters stand out even more. The game show format forced everybody to keep answers short and quick, but Winters somehow turned even the smallest response into a tiny comedy scene packed with strange characters, weird backstories, and unpredictable twists. And this panel was loaded with comedy heavyweights. Don Rickles, Sandy Duncan, Bob Newhart, Toady Fields, Jonathan Winters, and Paul Lynde all sitting together meant the timing had to be razor sharp from the start. Rickles brought aggressive attack energy. Newhart stayed calm and restrained, while Winters bounced somewhere in the middle by making even basic questions sound slightly unhinged and impossible to predict. That is what made the reactions so entertaining. These were experienced performers who had spent years around top comedians, so when somebody genuinely surprised them, it stood out immediately. Winters had a talent for taking a normal setup and suddenly steering it into bizarre territory before anybody realized what was happening. He could even make a wrong answer funnier than the correct one, because he treated every explanation like a full performance instead of a simple joke. The celebrity panel basically became a live laugh track in real time, reacting to whatever strange idea Winters created next. That turned the whole segment into layered comedy, where the guests laughing at each other became just as funny as the game itself. The tight game show structure actually helped Jonathan Winters shine even more. Unlike long talk shows where jokes can drag on forever, this format forced him to pack maximum chaos into short bursts. Every line had impact, every reaction mattered, and Burt Reynolds kept breaking character laughing at the bizarre nonsense Winters kept inventing on the spot. Paul Lynde's lightning-fast wit meant he could actually keep up with Jonathan Winters, even while both of them were fighting for laughs inside the same game show format. That created a fun rivalry where the contestants almost forgot there was prize money involved because everybody became distracted watching comedy chaos unfold right in front of them. Don Rickles and Jonathan Winters also created a wild mix together. Rickles attacked with sharp insults and rapid-fire confidence, while Winters came in with bizarre characters, strange logic, and unpredictable reactions that nobody could prepare for. Their styles were completely different, but somehow both worked perfectly side by side, proving how many forms great comedy can take. Then you had Bob Newhart balancing everything out with his calm, deadpan delivery. That contrast made Winters look even more chaotic because Newhart stayed cool and controlled, while Jonathan acted like he was inventing madness in real time. And because the game show forced everyone to answer quickly, Winters had to squeeze entire character performances into just a few seconds, which made his timing even more impressive. Jonathan Winters turned every television appearance into proof that true comedy does not wait for permission. Whether it was Sinatra, Johnny Carson, Tim Conway, or an entire celebrity panel, nobody was safe once Winters decided to throw logic out the window for a bigger laugh. He could hijack the energy of an entire room with one strange comment, one weird voice, or one unexpected reaction. Which Jonathan Winters moment made you laugh the hardest? Drop your favorite in the comments below, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share for more classic comedy moments, legendary TV chaos, and unforgettable celebrity reactions.